Whether it is the mystery schools of Mesopotamia, the spiritual traditions of the Babylonians and Assyrians, religions of ancient Egypt, Nubian and Kemetic cultures of ancient Africa, the shamanic and native traditions around the world, the mysticism of ancient Greece, the Gnostics, the non-dualists, the Buddhists, the Taoists, Jews, Zoroastrians, Jains, Muslims, or Christians, one finds that their common link is their highest spiritual insights have allowed their adherents to realize samadhi. The actual word samadhi means something like to realize the sameness or oneness in all things. It means union. It is uniting all aspects of yourself. But do not mistake intellectual understanding for the actual realization of samadhi. It is your stillness, your emptiness, that unites all levels of the spiral of life. It is through the ancient teaching of samadhi that humanity can begin to understand the common source of all religions and come into alignment once again with the spiral of life, Great Spirit, Dhamma, or the Tao. The spiral is the bridge that extends from the microcosm to the macrocosm. From your DNA to the inner lotus of energy that extends through the chakras, to the spiral arms of galaxies. Every level of soul is expressed through the spiral as ever-evolving branches, living, exploring. True samadhi is realizing the emptiness of all levels of self, all sheaths of the soul. The spiral is the endless play of duality and the cycle of life and death. At times, we forget our connection to the source. The lens we look through is very small, and we identify with being a limited creature creeping upon the earth, only to once again complete the journey back to the source, to the center that is everywhere. Chuan Tzu said, "When there is no more separation between this and that, it is called the still point of the Tao." At the still point, in the center of the spiral, one can see the infinite in all things. The ancient mantra Om Mani Padme Hum has a poetic meaning. One awakens or realizes the jewel within the lotus. Your true nature awakens within the soul, within the world, as the world. Using the Hermetic principle, as above, so below, as below, so above, we can use analogies to begin to understand the relationship between mind and stillness, relative and absolute. A way to begin to grasp the non-conceptual nature of samadhi is to use the analogy of the black hole. A black hole is traditionally described as a region of space with a massive gravitational field so powerful that no light or matter can escape. New theories postulate that all objects, from the tiniest microscopic particles to macrocosmic formations like galaxies, have a black hole or mysterious singularity at their center. In this analogy, we're going to use this new definition of a black hole as the center that is everywhere. In Zen, there are many poems and koans that bring us face to face with the gateless gate. One must pass the gateless gate to realize samadhi. An event horizon is a boundary in space-time beyond which events cannot affect an outside observer, which means that whatever is happening beyond the event horizon is unknowable to you. You could say that the event horizon of a black hole is analogous to the gateless gate. It is the threshold between the self and no self. There is no me that passes the event horizon. In the center of a black hole is the one-dimensional singularity containing the mass of billions of suns in an unimaginably small space, effectively an infinite mass, literally a universe in something infinitesimally smaller than a grain of sand. The singularity is something unfathomable, beyond time and space. According to physics, movement is impossible. The existence of things is impossible. Whatever it is, it does not belong to the world of perception. Yet it cannot be described as merely stillness. It is beyond stillness and movement. When you realize the center that is everywhere and nowhere, duality breaks down. Form and emptiness, time and the timeless. One could call it a dynamic stillness or a pregnant emptiness within the center of absolute darkness. The Taoist teacher Lao Tzu said, "Darkness within darkness, the gateway to all understanding."